In this video, I'll walk you through how to identify and correct taper on your SC-512L. Headstocks are calibrated at the factory to eliminate taper, but impacts, crashes, or warped tables can cause the headstock to shift over time. By the end of this video, you'll know how to check for taper and bring the machine back into alignment. To check for taper, start by taking a light test cut on a piece of extra stock. In the description below, you will find the MDI code we use to make repeatable cuts. Your tool and work offsets need to be set before using the code. Once the cut is complete, measure both ends of the part. You can use calipers, but for best results, we recommend using micrometers. If the difference is only a few microns, you can typically correct it using the leveling feet. If the taper is larger, the headstock may need to be realigned. If the edge furthest from the chuck is smaller than the edge closest to the chuck, raise the rear foot behind the tailstock. If the edge furthest from the chuck is larger than the edge closest to the chuck, raise the rear foot behind the chuck. After making an adjustment, take another light cut and recheck the taper. If you are working with a larger taper, the headstock will need to be adjusted. We made a calculator to make this process easier. You can find it by clicking the link below or by searching Headstock Alignment Calculator on our website. When using this method, ensure you cut as close to the chuck as you are comfortable with. Then enter in the first diameter, the second diameter, and the length of the stock sticking out from the face of the jaws. It will then give us a value to move the headstock by. We will place an indicator on the tip of the stock and zero it. To access the headstock mounting screws, remove the 13 screws from the left side panel. Once the panel is removed, locate the 4 M8 headstock mounting screws. Loosen each screw slightly, but keep them snug so the headstock can still be adjusted with control. If the edge furthest from the chuck is smaller than the edge closest to the chuck, you will tap the top side of the headstock to make the adjustment. If the edge furthest from the chuck is larger than the edge closest to the chuck, you will tap the bottom side of the headstock to make the adjustment. Using a dead blow hammer, apply very light taps to the headstock to bring it back into alignment. Once the headstock has moved the specified distance, tighten the headstock screws evenly and watch the indicator for movement. Now take another test cut to verify. Repeat this step until you are satisfied with the results. After that, reinstall the side panel. Start all screws before tightening them fully. With proper adjustment, you should be able to bring taper down to just a few microns.
If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing for more setup guides, machining tips, and tutorials. If you have any questions or run into anything unexpected, send us an email at support@signcorecnc.com and we'll be happy to help. You can also check the description for helpful links, related videos, and additional setup resources. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.